Lennon Miller has jetted off, folks, to Italy. Welcome back to Fog Football. All the rumours about, oh, Motherwell could get 10 million. Celtic and Rangers, why don't they splash it? Well, 4.5 million. 4.5 million. I cannot believe my club has not went in for Lennon Miller. Well, I say I cannot believe, I can believe. And it's not even from a, oh, you can't afford. No, we can, because we spent 18 million. They just refuse to put money into this league and actually buy players from this league. Only the players we buy in this league are the ones we get on freeze, because for whatever fucking reason they don't want to do it, man. I just don't understand it, folks. Absolutely rock bottom. Just get the money paid for. And not the crazy thing is, man, it's like, if you factor in the fact we bought Fernandes for 3.5 million, just take $1 million off, or add an extra $1 million on. You know, we're not spending these like crazy hypotheticals here that needs to be done. It's really not these. It's like, oh, I mean, 10 million, yes. Obviously, 10 million is a lot of money, right? 4.58. I mean, Fernandes. No one is even that sure about this guy. Nobody really knows what's happening. You know what I mean? And I'm currently down at the sea here, talking about Lennon Miller and his failed move to Rangers, or lack of, because let's be real, folks, it wasn't a failed move. It was a non-existent move. But yeah, I just don't understand it. I mean, the only reason I understand it is the one area of this team that I think didn't really need a player. But judging by the start of the season, I mean, can there really be an area of this football club that I can turn around and say, we don't need an upgrade there? Absolutely not. So we'll have to wait and see how that's going to play out on the actual transfer business. Because put it this way, if we'd passed the two games against Dundee and Motherwell with flying colours, I don't think we'd be sitting here greeting too much about like Lennon Miller, because put it this way, Lau Cameron did great against Victoria Pilsen. If he repeated that against Dundee and, you know, we won and Rothwell played well, he wouldn't be sitting here. But it's the fact that these teams, or these players in the league, have looked so fucking bad. And I mean, that's just a Rangers perspective, because like I said, we could have just easily have not brought in Fernandes, who, I mean, if we're being honest, most people are not rating, but everyone rates Lennon Miller. Then you go across the city to Glasgow, the only other team that could realistically afford them. I mean, and I say that, yo, is he Tony Bloom, right? And I'm not saying, oh, put your money where your mouth is, because Hearts have had a better start to the season than my club, right? That is for sure. But, you know, he could have been like, right, let's actually spend 4.5 million on Lennon Miller. Now, to be fair, Lennon Miller could have rejected it, right? But you can always ask the question, and that's what they could have done. But obviously no. So again, Aberdeen have got a lot of European money. They could have asked the question. It's all about ambition, you know. I mean, I'll accept, folks, that, you know, if you do spend, if Aberdeen and Hearts spend 4.5 million on Lennon Miller, their profit isn't going to be as much as Rangers and Celtic. You know, that's just the way this works, folks. But at the same time, I think you've got to take the risk. And let's talk about Celtic. Well, I mean, Celtic have spent nothing. You know, if this was last summer, you know, when they spent money on Big Adam, they've spent money on Engels and like Bernardo and Trusty and all that, man. They've spent like decent amount of money. Then you'd be like, yeah, that's fair enough, right? Maybe they don't want to push the boat and get Lennon Miller. But they've spent nothing. They have spent absolutely nothing so far this season. Absolutely hee-haw. Honestly, it is. I mean, if you're a Celtic fan, you no wonder why you've no went and signed Lennon Miller. I mean, we can talk about, the midfield doesn't need any bodies. They've brought in Nygren and he's went straight in, so why couldn't Lennon Miller? I mean, look at Arnie Engels. Rodgers clearly doesn't fancy him as much as people might have thought. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes there. But Lennon Miller, I think he'll complete his move. I think he'll go to Serie A, just like most other players do, and we'll see how that goes. But we'll move on and talk about another bit of transfer news. Meanwhile, on the flip side here, let's see Nobel Mendy. That transfer looks like it's going to go through according to the Daily Record. 3.45 million for Nobel Mendy. To me, I mean, I think it's a decent deal, but it just goes to show you. I mean, if we wanted to Lennon Miller, I think we'd have went and got him. I just think the problem is, I think Lennon Miller has ambitions more than this league. But again, like I said with Hearts and Aberdeen, you can always ask the question. But maybe the 49ers just look at it, folks, and go, you know what, we need a centre-back more than we need a midfielder. But Tell you what, man, this sea breeze is picking up. I'm going to sit down on this bench, finish this vid, and then I'm going to Witherspoons. That's how my day is going, guys. Down here at the well, it's no beach actually, but it's the seaside. Anyway, yeah, so Noel Mendy, Rangers are set to clinch a £3.45 million deal for Noel Mendy after Real Betis defender opted for a move to Scotland instead of La Liga rivals Rayo Vallecano. So, tell you what, I like a man with ambition. Well, what do you mean? He's leaving La Liga to go to Scotland? Well, you know what, man? Champions League football, baby. I have got this weird vision that we are going to get Champions League football, but at the same time be 10 points behind in the league after the start of September, which to me is that would. I mean, how's that happened, folks? Honestly, how can we have played 3 games and be 10 points behind? I think that's fucking insane, man. And that's me saying if we get Champions League, I mean, there's a real possibility. I mean, let's not pretend Club Brugge are mugs. I mean, they're better than us for a start, so you know, there's a real possibility, folks, where Rangers get knocked out the Champions League and are sitting 10 points behind Celtic. I mean, people can talk about a game in hand. Have you got confidence of going to Paisley and getting the job, man, done? I don't. I mean, honestly, look at Paisley, done us over every time last year, and it's going to be a long season, and I'm just. I mean, it's 2 games domestically, right? And did I jump the gun? Leave your thoughts down below. But I think Martin's snookered, man. I just don't think I don't think he can deal with a low block. Because I mean, for more often than not in his career, I'm not saying he played a low block, but he was the team always under the caution. Having to flip that, man, like that, he's going from Diddy clubs to the biggest club in the land, and that's the problem for Russell Martin. And he has to get it right. And if you look at the fan base after the Dundee game, I mean, most people want him out. And most people think the season's over, even if they don't want him out. So, yeah, I think it's unfortunate for him. I mean, everyone wanted it to work, but at the same time, let's see, what else have we got? Celtic have joined the race with Anderlecht and Besiktas to sign 23-year-old Le Havre centre-half Etienne Ute at a price of 4.3 million. So there you go. And Aberdeen have agreed a free transfer deal to bring in Marco Lacetic from AC Milan. So I've seen a lot of people talking about this, and the fans react like, this guy's our last hope. He's the only thing that, you know, that we can hold on to for this season. Who knows? But the only thing I can hold on to, guys, is the fact that I'm about to cross the lights, go get a pint at 3:15 in the afternoon. That's reasonable, man. Fuck, we've all had pints. Well, I mean, we've all had pints 9 hours before this. So anyway, yeah, leave your thoughts down below. Big Stevie signing out. Till next time, peace.